lot of wild things that have happened on the Dream SMP, but no event has changed the face of that Minecraft server quite like Doomsday, when Technoblade, Dream, and Philza completely leveled L'Manberg. So one artist is taking their shot and encapsulating that in the form of a song, and it, of course, is Derivakat. Welcome back, friends, and a special welcome to all the new friends out there. I'm YoBGS, and if you are a new friend, please make sure to check and see if you're subscribed. We're so close to 55,000. You can tell I'm stalling, by the way, because Doomsday was one of the few events on the Dream SMP that actually got me emotional the first time I watched it. So to relive a lot of that in this song is going to be kind of a wild experience. Like, because Doomsday was one of those events where when it happened, it was the first time I was like, oh God, they can't actually just rebuild from this. They're not gonna be able to just pretend this didn't happen or explain this away. And a couple other things before we get started. One, I am a radio DJ, by the way. So I like to look at these songs in the context of like, could they play on the radio? How do they stack up to like the production value of a lot of songs that we hear on the radio today? And two, I'm just ready to vibe out, because Derivakat has nailed so many different genres that when I think like what comes to mind when you think of Doomsday, I'm like, is Derivakat going heavy metal? And we're about to find that out. Here we go, friends. It is Doomsday. Music by Derivakat. Art by Beauty Fur.
Bastion of sanctuary, this is the day that everything will fall.
I like that some of the primary instruments at this point are the like emergency alert system siren, if you can hear that, and then like a ticking clock or like a ticking bomb. It makes it so like that's such an apt way to be counting things down to when the TNT started raining.
Everything will fall.
Little thunder.
Fear caught in the lightning. Your judgment day is coming once and for all. An anthem of death sings out a cry. A whispering voice invading your mind. You're stuck in the web and caught in the lie. All corrupted, so corrupted.
Oh, what's the hook? I want to know the hook.
Uncertain fate and doubt in your eyes.
You know an artist is kicking butt when like you get to this point 30 seconds in where you're like, oh, when it hits, it's gonna be amazing. And I just noticed, by the way, in the art, I thought these were almost like smudges. No, wither, everywhere, thanks to this guy. And I love that he's got like pockets for a million different weapons and potions. Dream holding the TNT there, and Philza just the look of a disappointed father. Oh my goodness, that looks all too familiar.
You're stuck in the web and caught in the lie. All corrupted, so corrupted. Uncertain fate and doubt in your eyes. Can you escape? Who will survive? No way to remain with all of your lives. Is this justice? This is justice. Last defender, no surrender. Raise your shield.
I love that Derivakat goes the Pink route. If you listen to a lot of Pink's music, especially the newer stuff, you hear it and you're like, that belongs in a musical. That belongs in a Broadway play. That's not like a top 40 kind of song. And that's like, Derivakat does the same thing. And I swear as the song has been going on, she's got more voices joining. Like she's harmonizing with herself, but like adding up the voices. Because this first verse sort of reminds me of like Technoblade was singing this part. These are very Technoblade opinions here.
No way to remain with all of your lives. Is this justice? This is justice. Last defender, no surrender. Raise your shield and cry for help, but no one is coming. No one is coming. Walks through fire and straight into hell. Your doomsday is calling. Your doomsday is calling. Betrayal breeds revenge.
Yeah, this honestly feels like it was written from Technoblade's POV, because Dream and Philza really didn't like these lyrics are personal kind of to Technoblade. Dream wasn't feeling betrayed at this point, I don't think. Philza was, but Philza was still caught up in that like numbness of just not, you know, because Philza at this point had lost Wilbur, so he was just numb.
Betrayal breeds revenge. You sought out your own end. This is what happens.
It's on that higher vibration.
Back on a friend. Waste your last amends. You've spent your life condemned to your cursed doom.
Bring it back. Woo! Ooh! I love the, oh my god, I love the suspense. Okay, so like, I just assume, again, because I'm used to everything nowadays, especially in the world of like pop. You know, you look at AJR's new song, you look at Mood. Mood's like a 2-minute song, 24 Karat Golden. AJR's song's like 2.5 minutes, way less sad. So I'm used to things being with a nice little bow on the top at the end of 2.5 minutes. So to hear somebody taking that time to let things establish, like you get those chills when you hear them. I sort of love it. Because, you know, if you watch an old school Western, right, the part that people love the most is not the end. You love the part like at the gunfight where they're pointed, you know, and you hear like the whistle and the tumbleweed rolling through. It's that suspense that makes everything. Cursed instead of cursed, good choice.
A countdown to revolution, thrown to the wolves and watch your hope
Like 800 wolves too.
Watch it dissolve.
Woo!
The crows are calling for disaster, a twisted happy ever after to behold.
Were the crows really calling for disaster, chat? I know I've got a lot of crows. I know I've got a lot of particles. By the way, write down, if you're a particle, I need to know your particle number. But were the crows really calling for disaster at this point? I feel like nobody wanted this. Nobody wanted Doomsday to be so thorough. At least I don't think so.
Behold. Watching as hell rains from the skies, an angel of death standing on high, a warrior beneath in the enemy lines. You were once trusted. You're all out of luck and all out of time.
This really is the Technoblade and Tommy Innit breakup song. Oh my god.
Trusted.
Hell hath no
once
fury like a pig
trusted.
scorned.
You're all out of luck and all out of time, with nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. So lift up your head and face your demise. Is this justice? This is justice. Last defender. No
I love this bridge.
surrender is your shield and cry for help. But no one is coming. No one is coming. Walk.
This also did such a good job summing up how I felt watching Doomsday happen, you know? Because everything on the Dream SMP to this point was like, okay, something will happen, and again, everything will kind of come full circle, and they'll rebuild. And it just was boom, 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 boom. So thorough that by the end of it, you were like, oh, this is not what I thought this was gonna be. What's the end gonna be?
Betrayal breeds revenge. You sought out your own end.
Yes, she did it. Okay, I had to listen carefully for it, but like there's a hallmark of Derivakat songs that if you listen to them, especially toward the end, you get almost a round. It's like a delayed harmony almost. And they're in there. You just have to, that's why I was looking at my speaker down here, because you have to You have to be listening for it in this one, but I love it. It's a hallmark, and I'm about it.
Doomsday is calling, your doomsday is calling. Betrayal breeds revenge. You sought out your own end. This is what happens when you turn your back on a friend. Waste your last amends. You've spent
There we go.
your life condemned to your cursed doom.
Art out. Nope. Oh, that's wild. And by the way, you can't see this, but in my VLC, we are at 3 minutes and 40 seconds of a 3 minute and 38 second song. So I don't know how that managed to work, but that's kind of just a cool little cherry on top of everything. Derivakat does it again. Is anyone surprised? Derivakat 6, the world nothing. You know, it was another win, another amazing song that, like, to capture the emotions of the Dream SMP and these actually significant events, you know? Because when L'Manberg blew up, I thought about this on stream the other day. You know, people like Tubbo had 300 Twitch subscribers when he joined the Dream SMP. He had tens of thousands at the point where L'Manberg exploded. Like, this was a place of significance in these people's careers. So to lose it is kind of like, I don't know, it definitely had more of a meaning than I realized the first time around when I watched Doomsday. And Derivakat caught all of that, but moreover caught Technoblade and that whole vibe of like, look, I wanted to leave you alone, but you wouldn't leave me alone, and so now we have to take things up to the next level. So beautiful animation, as always, beautiful song. Like, you just sit here, you can't wait for what Derivakat does next. Thanks for checking out the video. If you dug it, please make sure to check and see if you're subscribed. All that good stuff. Take care, my friends, and I will see you for the next one. Have a great one.